school called Powtoon. And this is something that I found last year. And Miss Spears has started it this year with 4th grade, and you are going to actually create an account today. So it's important that you listen to the directions, because you are going to use your new email address and your password that you use here for school, and you're actually going to take turns and go to the computer and create an account for yourself. But before we get started, I want to let you see what a Powtoon looks like. A Powtoon is kind of like PowerPoint. Raise your hand if you've used PowerPoint. Okay? Only with Powtoon you can add more animations, and you can also add your voice. So I'm going to show you this one that I've created about map skills. You use map skills in social studies this year, so let's just take just a minute and look at this one.
Maps are used for a variety of purposes throughout life. It is important to know what types of maps to use for specific reasons and how to read a map. Today we are going to focus on 4 specific maps. First, we will look at a physical map. A physical map can be used to identify the location of land masses, waterways, and oceans. When you are traveling, you may be trying to decide where a good place to go snow skiing or rafting may be. Or maybe you want to study marine biology and you need to know what colleges may be located near the ocean. Next, we have a political map. A political map is used to locate countries, states, and cities. Have you ever wondered where a specific state or city you've seen on TV is located? Maybe you have relatives that live somewhere else and you want to see where it is in relation to where you live. Or maybe you're interested in finding where a different country is located. Moving along, we see a thematic map. Thematic maps can be used to identify locations with specific traits. For instance, when you go to the mall, you may be looking for a store that sells a certain type of product. When visiting a zoo, you may be interested in a specific type of animal. Finally, we see a climate map. A climate map shows the general types of weather. If you are planning on going on vacation, you need to know if the area is warm or cold. Maybe you decide to work as a meteorologist, and you need to read a climate map to help with your job.
Okay.
Many professions use maps. Can you think of other professions that use maps, or other times individuals would need to use a map in real life situation?
So what are some things that you noticed that are different in a Powtoon than a PowerPoint? What are some things that you noticed?
It has that little
Created using Powtoon.
It has the little hand writing.
Has a little handwriting. Okay, so you can describe how you want your text to come in. You can use the hand, or you don't have to. What else did you notice? It has voice. Okay.
It has more features than just regular PowerPoint.
Okay, it has more features. Back there in the back. Okay, it tells more information. Okay. Anything else? Yes?
This one's kind of like a video, and PowerPoint's just like a bunch of pictures.
Okay, this is more like a video, and the PowerPoint's just like your pictures and your words. So I'm going to show you how to create an account so that you can start making these. So the first thing that you are going to do when you go back over to the computer is you're going to type in the web address www.powtoon.com. So what is it? www.powtoon.com. Okay, powtoon.com. When you put in your web address, I want you to go to, I'm going to have to close that for just a minute. Let me sign out so I can show you. Okay, you want to go to sign up for free. Everybody see the sign up for free on the screen there? And you're going to click on sign up for free. In the boxes, you're going to put your first name in the first box. You're going to put your last name in the second box. In the third box, the second box down from the top, you're going to put in your school email address. Okay? That's your school email address. And on the bottom box, you're going to put in your password. The same password that you use here for school, that's the one you want to put in, and that way it makes it easier for you to remember it. And that way, if something happens that you forget what your password is, Miss Spears or your teacher can help you figure out what your password is and help you get logged in. So I'm going to log back in just to show you a couple of the features. So remember, we're going to, where are we going? www.powtoon.com. And what are we putting in the first blank? First name. Second blank?
Last
name. First big box? School email. And bottom? Password. Okay, so now let's log in, and I want to show you that once you get logged in, just a little bit of something that you can do here. Has anyone seen anything like this before? Raise your hand if you've seen this before, or something like it. Just a couple. Okay. Now, to create a new one, when you log on, you're going to get a dashboard that looks like this. And it'll tell you to create a new Powtoon, or any of the ones that you've created are already stored. So that's another feature that PowerPoint doesn't have. PowerPoint you can only pull up on the computer you created it, or by using a flash drive. Powtoon is saved on the internet, so anywhere you go, you can pull it up as long as you have internet access. So it's something that goes with you. But I'm just going to say that we're going to create a new Powtoon. It takes just a little bit of time, and it loads different templates. I usually go with the blank. That way I can add whatever I want. So I'm going to go with blank, and I'm going to create edit. It takes just a few seconds for this to load application. And it'll gradually increase, and what it's doing is loading all the templates and all the tools that you're going to have to use. This is what you're going to see when you bring it up. Okay? Up here in your upper right hand corner are all the different styles you can use. And notice when I click on them, it scrolls over. Sometimes it'll say this library style is available as part of an agency plan. Those are the ones that you can't use. Those are the paid ones. But there are multiple features that you can use that are not paid and that you can click on. So I'm just going to go to the first one. You can go through, there's ones for holidays. It just depends on the presentation you're doing. Now somebody said earlier that this hand was writing for me. The reason, or how I got that to work, is under here where it says text effects, I chose to have the hand writing. And you get on, and I chose that just now. I'm going to double click it to edit it, and now I can just type in whatever I want it to say. Okay? I'm just going to leave double click to edit. If I want to change the color, I can do that. As long as it's highlighted, I can change the color. Let's make it purple. Go down and click apply. Okay? Now if I want to change the background, I can go down here. Do you see where it says backgrounds? I can add more. Now I created on mine, I added an image as a background, and that's where you search from images that you download yourself or save to your computer. And we can just add, since we're in the library, let's add a book cart. And I'm going to insert the image. Now notice the back of my screen is a book cart. Each one can be different. Say if I want to go to my second slide and I just want to make it yellow. You see how I can make each individual one different? That's also a little bit different than PowerPoint, because on PowerPoint a lot of times when you choose a theme, it changes it to all the slides if you don't just change each one. To add more slides, you just have to click the plus button, and it'll add another slide to it. Okay? If you want characters, you can choose any characters you want. If you don't see what you want, you can click the more button and look at all the characters that apply. Okay? So this is just something that you will start using as you work through the process. And it's kind of something that you have to play around with, okay? I could stand up here for 6 hours and show you different features of Powtoon and how to use them. But today our main goal is to create an account. Okay, so we're going to, each individual student is going to go back to the computer. Part of you will go first while the other half's checking out book, and then we'll rotate. and I'll be back there to help you create your account. Then as the year progresses, Ms. Spears will continue working with you on this, and this will be something that you'll use to present presentations to your class for different items in different classes. So it can be used across content areas. Do we have any questions at all? Okay, if you're at table 1, 3, or 5, I want you to go back to the computer and go to www.powtoon.com. If you're at tables 2, 4, or 6, I want you to go look for a library book.
Stuck here. I put it up in my mouth and then I don't know what's going on. I don't want to hurt the bracket though.
I don't blame you.
I don't know what to do.
I'm going to help you. Come here, Jenna. I want you to hold this and take Miss Stevens. Just Lord help her.
I don't know. I was just holding it up in my mouth and then it stuck. I'm trying to pull in each one.
Are you ready to check out the library?
Well, I can't see.
Well, I'll show that to Mr. Harrison. He says that you're active and keep calling out when you're supposed to be listening to the instructor, which was Miss Stevens, not me. But it's not this. It's not mine. Let's go to senior choice. Got it. Is that on any gloves or nothing on that? I have some
No, I mean your book that you're writing right now. Please tell me it's going to be like that. No, but you're not going to like that. I want to see how you think. I'm going to. Here's the topic. Getting Thomas Lives.
Go check out a book. Go ahead and log back out. Make sure you log out, and that way the others do.
This is supposed to be bold.
Checked out a book already. As one person comes back, I want you to go ahead and come over here and get signed in. Okay, after you sign up, I want you to know. You can leave and log in so they can sign up for a free account after you log out.
Walk over there, Jenna. Walk over there and take her.
Back here. If you've already checked out a book, and I'll help you back here.
And I'll check books out.
No, not usually. We need to sign it. Remember your Casey email address is first.lastname@stu.kyschool.us. You want to sign up for free. And if you need to check the icon at the bottom that is the graduation hat, that will put you on a school account. Yes. Where are we going? Powtoon.com. Okay. No, after you get your account created, I just want you to log off and go back to your seats and begin reading your books. Yeah. Okay, so you got it created? All right. Okay.
Bradley, you better check
You
out.
got to select your profile.
Your business.
I meant log on. Choose your profile. Okay, now go ahead and log out. Okay, let's sign in.
Okay.
You gotta click on your name before you get a drop down box. And remember, you want to select your icon on the graduation. And you forgot your app. Instead of the it should be an app.
You created your account yet?
Okay.
She's
You need
been
to log out.
she's been typing you.
Okay. Just put her name. Gotta log out. Alright, now.
Is that your hat?
Mm-hmm. You need to set up a Powtoon account, okay?
She didn't call the second group yet.
Yes, I called the secretary.
You were with the nurse.
You were the nurse.
Oh.
So we had to go and sign up for free. Not for the last one. So now, just go ahead and log out. Click on your name to log out. Yes. Now you're all ready to go at your first presentation. Okay, he needs to let us do that. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and log out. When you're ready to go, just log out. We're not gonna actually create one today, we're just registering today. So it's ready to go, now you can use it more at school. Okay. If you're still looking for a book, you have just a couple minutes. Okay. So we're just gonna check out the one. Alright, which lesson is it? Raise your hand if you think the Powtoon looks like it's going to be something fun to use. Okay, now, I told a couple over there, Powtoon is ready to go now for you. So if you like to play around on the computer at home, you can access that from home, anywhere you want to. So it might be something that you want to get on and play around with just to see what some of the features are before you actually have to use it for a presentation. Okay, and practice putting your voice on there, and it has some different features. Look at the different styles. I just used the first one because it was easiest to show you going to the first one. So go through there. There's probably about 8 or 10 different styles you can use. Yes. How do you put your what?
Voice.
Your voice. There is a voice tool on there, and it will say at the top of the Powtoon slide, it asks you if you want to add your voice or if you want to use a pre-recorded voice, and it looks like a little microphone. You just click on it, and when you go on there, it takes you through the steps. And if your computer, a lot of the newer laptops, you can just speak right into the computer. If you don't have that feature, then you can just use a little microphone, and you have a microphone that plugs into your computer. But if you have a device like an iPad or another tablet or something, you can just usually talk right into it. You don't have to have a microphone. And yes?
Do iPods work?
Do iPods work? I would think an iPod would work. I haven't tried those, but I would think you'd be able to. You can log on it and see if you can do it. It just would be a little bit harder to record, to see what you're doing, to drag your characters and things in, but I would think it would work. Yes?
What about an iPod?
An iPhone? I think that'd be the same as like the iPod. It'd probably be able to get it pulled up. It just may be a little bit more difficult to see your things that you're dragging in. One thing that I didn't show you, because Miss Spears will be doing it, but if you're going to play around with it, when you want the objects to appear, changes by that little bar. Remember the little bar at the bottom of the screen? You can change the length of how long a character stays on the screen by dragging that bar to meet your length that you want to stay on. You can increase your slides up to 20 seconds. So you can make the slide stay on there for up to 20 seconds. And you can have, like I did, where different things come in at different times and some things that stay the entire time. Okay? Any other questions? Okay. I think we just have just a few minutes, and then we will line up. So if you wanna go ahead and take the last few minutes to read, you may do so.